Anything possible. There's been bigger miracles to happen in Deadlock history. No Kappa?
Yeah, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me to see, like, we've seen a lot of core items get purchased a lot earlier into these games. I wouldn't be shocked to see Lava Bolt maybe buy Spell Slinger very early.
This may surprise you, Professor.
Opt into a bit more of an aggressive gun build. Quick pause.
Pissing. He's a pissing.
Quick bathroom break.
He's let out his little ham goblin, huh? Okay, so Kelvin is good against Dynamo. Dynamo happens to be he gets really destroyed if Kelvin buys unstopped ults. The problem, however, is that for one, Kelvin has to buy the item, and two, Dynamo is just a better hero until then. I think actually, but we will see. So wait, I just forgot for chat. We had a 10-minute break before this and a draft, and no one peed already.
Yeah, I'm shocked. Maybe they were brainstorming.
It's the typical pause lock experience.
Was that Lahadi?
I don't know. I feel like Dynamo definitely has a lot to offer early game, but if they can use the ice path from Kelvin to get some very good picks, it could be pretty strong for them. And one thing to point out is that on Slurp Juice, they do have a Mo and Krill who can go down into the tunnels. Get some extra boxes potentially later on into the game if time permits. Ready check from Moneymaxxers. Game might be starting soon. Okay, and the game is getting unpaused. So we're going to be starting Game 3 of the Grand Finals. Ham Jam Tourney 4 versus 4 Deadlock. And we have some pretty cool matchups. 7 versus Celeste. 7 pretty vulnerable at times during lane, but at the very start, he does have a point-click stun, so he does have some security for now. Mina versus Wraith, which I do think is going to favor Mina for the time being until Wraith gets some upgrades and items. Blue lane, on the other hand, not too sure how it's going to go. I mean, I'm surprised Mo and Krill isn't in a solo lane. Both supports being on blue, though, has been a common strategy, since they do split souls. Won't be able to get items as early into the game, but still Dynamo going quite low. Looks like that early game damage from Mo and Krill coming in clutch. So we're going to have to see how they respond to this on blue lane. It doesn't seem to be the best response. Gray's turning skulls, adding some pressure to try and peel for Dynamo. And just run back and play near the minions.
I'm very surprised they didn't play Grace in the soul lane. I feel like Grace soul lane is also really good too.
Yeah, I think probably, I imagine in the mid-game stage, Graves is going to rotate toward a side lane, but I think they're trying to accelerate a lead on Celeste and Mina, which could work out quite well. We'll have to see. Lava Bolt falling pretty low though in lane. Goes aggressive for the heal minion, takes some extra damage from 7. Playing pretty aggressive despite being on like 1. I'm pretty sure 7 could get the kill here, but gets the healing from her 1. Point click stun used, like we spoke about earlier. Gets Celeste into basically kill range here. So is 7 in some ways. Both parries use dazzling tricks though.
Lava's gonna die here unless... Oh no! Lava Bolt is outplayed! Wow, yeah, Blackwood showing hands.
I think a little bit too aggressive from Lava Bolt on that HP total. Especially after buying extra regen, I feel like he could have coasted. Maybe let the passive regen heal him a bit first before trying that, but maybe he wanted to fight before 7 gets ultimate. Good trade from Mina here. File trying to do his best on the Wraith, landing some good cards though. Evens out the trade.
Yeah, Raven's known as a weak laner, but the solo matchup is not that bad, all things considered.
Yeah, there's less CC for you to have to worry about, less poke. Especially if you get some good cards in lane, get some extra healing. Dynamo tries to parry Moan Krill, but doesn't get the timing. Eating a lot of poke right now. Graves is going to be forced to try and move up to hold the wave a bit. They're doing a good job holding the lane, though. Because I think if the wave does get to a point where it can crash, there might be a tower dive coming. Dynamo walking up quite a bit, though, taking a lot of poke damage from the enemies and also minions. Taking just so much damage from Kelvin and Moan Krill. Graves trying to follow up. Does get a good root on the Kelvin and the Moan Krill. They're forced to use Grit to avoid taking additional damage on Moan Krill, and probably going to be forced to maybe go back here once they play and wait for the heal minions. Lava Bolt doing some good poke to 7, though. Gonna try and pressure him on the camp here. Does land the 1. It's going to be extra spear on hit. Every time she lands an auto attack, does deny 7 this camp. I think it's going to be really clutch. 7 gets some good denies, though. Very good job from Fat Cuck's side of things. Even though Lava Bolt did die early, he is evening out the soul lead a little bit. We do see Grit and Q, so maybe gonna go for some extra durability. Might get reactive barrier just to deal with the stun. Doing a good job though, just avoiding trading, pushing the wave in, using the movement to secure resources. And maybe looking for bridge buff here, and potentially it could go into an early roam. Slurp Juice getting both bridge buffs, survivor buff on Celeste. I'm gonna see what Mina has in a moment here. Gun buff on Mina. Doing some good damage. Chasing down the Dynamo. Does get an ult. Uses back to get even closer. Dynamo dropping low and can't use anything to help himself as you're silent. And gonna go down. Tower dive coming as well. And just a quick barrier item, I believe, from Grit on Graves is gonna keep her from death. The Spirit Shielding already purchased. Kelvin trying to chase and finish off the kill, but Dino's coming back, has to drop. Moan Krill very low HP. Good roam from Mina, and Wraith doesn't really get much of a lead during Mina's absence because of the lane push. Mina just has such good wave clear with Wraith, able to heal off the minions and push it in, and then get a good roam. That's end ult used though, so potentially Vile might make a play happen on the Wraith. A lot of really good tower damage coming through from Lava Bolt. 7 coming back to lane now. Both the Eternity 6 players in this lane again, 1 versus 1. It does look like Wraith is pushing up against Mina a little bit. Celeste playing passive to avoid playing into the stun during the trade. Graves falling quite low. We might see Blue lose their tower on the side of Moneymaxxers. Graves and Dynamo are trying their best to hold on, but it's just so much healing. Dynamo going for sprint boots, extra regen. Just trying to invest as much as he can into a sustain to hold on. Because it is a lot of poke. Scorn has a very big radius, and a lot of Moan Krill's builds invest heavily into Spirit, but Mina just gets bursted on the side lane. And this is like what we mentioned before with the draft. Celeste and Mina are very vulnerable to Wraith ult. As soon as it's upgraded, she can just grab somebody and nuke them. And Mina basically just goes 100 to 0 on the side lane during the push on mid.
Yeah, Wraith lane pretty good. Pretty good. Not bode well for the future of this game. Not good vibes.
No, and it looks like Vile does manage to get away scot-free as well with the tower. Tesla bullets and Q just to accelerate her farming. Celeste getting poked down a little bit by 7. Trying to just keep contesting, keep the pressure going. Falling very low, though. Dazzling tricks used, but it's not going to be enough with Dynamo and 7 here. Stun on both of them. Pops her ult, does get it used, but Dynamo not in range to give extra bounces. Really clean movement from Lava Bolt. Oh my god, yeah, I think he's going to get away.
He had the first tower in his lane, but he's still down gold, so kind of bad.
Yeah, I think 7 got a lot of denies I saw at one point. Mystic regen purchased on Celeste again, opting for Radiant regen rush. Might lose tower to 7. It's a lot of damage with this 3. He's gonna retreat. As expected, blue loses their tower on Moneymaxxers side of things. 7 trying to kite Celeste. No one's in range to come help though, so it's just up to him to use his movement to escape this. But like we saw, Lava Bolt is incredibly shifty. He's trying his best, but he's just eating so much damage. Has nothing. Gets baited to use his parry, and he's gonna fall.
I see 7.
Really good attempt from Fat Cuck to try and just kite out, but can't really do much. We see Wraith and Mina are gonna trade.
Nice trade.
Ooh.
Dude, that card coming out last second was just so clutch to get the kill. That was pretty damn tough.
Let's take out Kelvin.
Looks like Mina was trying to push up to get the Guardian secured on that lane, but just couldn't quite do it. Wraith having a lot of kill pressure against her. Celeste playing aggressive, but we do see Dynamo hovering. It could turn into a 2v1. Fat Cuck is kiting toward his teammate.
Walker is under attack.
But doesn't look like Lava Bolt's gonna give chase. Just gonna continue to farm, protect tower. Moan Krill overextended, Graves and Dynamo collapsing. Doesn't seem like there's follow-up from Graves though. Moan Krill just gonna burrow and escape. Kelvin nearby. Mina getting bridge buff again. Uncontested. 7 gets stamina buff, but Lava Bolt's there to try and punish. And he's gonna have to just run. So far, just a lot of harass. Not really any teams committing to anything.
I would seem to have a lot of respect for Celeste. He built like full green just to not die too lovable.
Yeah. I think they're doing pretty well. We even saw in some of the other games, people just trying to avoid giving Lovable a lead in lane. Ooh, really good ult from Dynamo and just getting 3 headshot damage on 7, just completely bursting her. 7 ultimate pops as well. Dazzling Tricks and Grit though gets a ton of shielding.
Yeah, I don't know if ulting there was correct. He just doesn't do that much damage there.
Yeah, I think shooting might have been a lot more DPS. Lovable kites toward the team.
Oh, double doom!
Uh-oh. And he's gonna get grabbed.
Uh-oh, another grab. I like the double CC, but this guy is not dying yet, is he? Okay, he's gonna die now. Alright, not bad. You're gonna get mid tower, maybe? Hold up, left team is low-key showing some life. Maybe it's not all over yet.
Yeah, this is looking like a really big tempo swing. Moan's still getting chased down.
The left is going pretty well too. They might Mina take the 1-1 on her. Graves can't do anything because Mina.
Yeah,
oh wow, the fireball that hurt her bad. Oh, big rate.
Yeah.
Oh, Lava gets the soul back. Oh my god, wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. What's happening? What's happening? Everyone's falling apart.
Dude, we might have a long series. This could be
we might be in for a long series, chat. Lava is showing up. If they get the game bot, I think they win, bro. Lava gets the Celeste. Something crazy could happen.
Yeah, it's gonna reopen the option to play as comfort pick on Holiday. So that's gonna be back open. So we'll have to see what's gonna happen. Unstable Rift. Opening, dude, that Kelvin Dome healing was just so clutch because Lava Bolt was like 1 and they were just able to force a tower dive on Wraith because of it. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. Lava Bolt on point by himself right now. Does counterspell the 7 stun by the looks of things. Uses Dazzling Tricks to avoid some of the damage. And they don't manage to get into zone in time to secure anything. Kelvin just trying to disengage with his team. But he's getting quite low right now, and it looks like they might be able to chase him down. No, because Lava Bolt comes back in and re-engages the peel for his team as they fall quite low. Trying to use his movement out of stamina, but still has abilities. And it's going to force the enemy team to play a little bit more passive and clears the big wave from the Rift. Playing pretty aggressive here. Dynamo and Graves are shown. 7 still close by. And Slurp Juice doesn't reset full HP, but they still come back anyways just to make sure they're here to help support Lava Bolt. I think the one worry right now that I'm seeing is that Lava Bolt is investing into Spirit. which is quite strong. But now they won't have a gun hero to carry them during certain periods of the game. So I wonder how it's going to turn out, especially with Wraith having Tesla bullets. She might be able to just power farm quite a bit unless they roam and stop her.
I think we're going to be seeing another interesting Kelvin build now.
Yeah, we might be. Wraith might be getting a pick on Mina, though. Has ultimate spell magic used.
No, he's actually scared. He's scared.
Yeah, if you're getting chunked like that, I'd be scared too. Has to disengage. On the other side of the map, it looks like Graves goes down to Lava Bolt and Moan Quill following up. Celeste is being so strong, and Slurp Juice this game just looks a lot more confident, coordinated. I think the first 2 games were really kind of just testing the waters because they don't seem discouraged this game.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if they can keep up this tempo, they can definitely win.
I see 7.
That's the thing, because at any point the game could slip through their fingers if they let 7 or Wraith farm for too long. So I think as long as they keep this up, they definitely have a good chance of winning. Because again, right now it doesn't look like anyone on their team really has the capability to shred objectives like Wraith of 7 does. So if at any point Slurp Juice gives up some very important kills, Moneymaxxers could go for another early mid-boss. Stamina Mastery picked up by Lava Bolt can help him survive and kite. Also chase down some kills. Torment Pulse and Q. Grabs Urn. We see 3 members of Moneymaxxers on this side of map. 7 uses a stun. Graves rotating. Looks like Dynamo's doing their doubles right now in the meantime. While the rest of Lava Bolt's team is on the opposite side of the map, maybe gonna look for the Walker and a pick on the Wraith. Because Mina's found her. Lava Bolt's out with the Urn. And Wraith has to run here. Still has 2. But they can disengage from this. Dispel Magic available as well. Makes it to Walker. Moanful taking damage. Has cards. He's gonna ult this. Not the most value. Wraith doing a very good job escaping the damage for the most part. Just hiding behind Walker. Kelvin uses Dome though to reset HPs. Wraith is gonna use ult on Moan Crow. It's gonna isolate him completely and die. And 7's damage is gonna just burn down the Kelvin. Dome may be used a bit too early potentially. I think still a good call to use it to try and save some HP on the team. Lava Bolt looking. Wraith is going to just use her 2 to disengage. Very good play from Moneymaxxers here, I feel like. Bit of a misplay from the end of Slurp Juice. It's definitely difficult to play that situation. Lava Bolt doing a very good job. Gets the Walker and lands the ult. Has her 2 upgraded, so her ult is going to bounce off of herself and Wraith, securing the kill very easily. Her and Mina can just disengage from this. And we're definitely going to see some very big purchases from Lava Bolt. Arctic Blast chosen in place of the Torment Pulse.
I do like that buy because they have a lot of characters that like Wraith. If they get Arctic Blasted, they cannot TP, which is pretty smart. It's like a
yeah, I like it a lot.
Let's take
Actually,
out.
I think it works better than Sling Hex because if you cast on them while they're TPing, it cancels the TP. If I recall correctly.
Yeah, because then they become rooted.
I'm pretty sure, right, chat? Or nah?
Chat confirm. Any knowers? It'd be really clutch to know, but I do like the purchase because Torrent Pulse gets some DPS, but Arctic Blast is really good for bursting. And look at Dynamo's HP just dropping incredibly fast. Dazzling Trick used. Beaver is gonna just go down, caught off by Kelvin and Celeste. Kelvin gonna get stunned by 7 here, but I don't think much is gonna happen. Wraith is close by and has ultimate available. Again, the game kind of slows down, but right now, one thing to point out, Slurp Juice has taken 2 of the 3 walkers from Moneymaxxers, and Moneymaxxers have yet to retaliate with one of their own. Wraith still has a slot available, so not the most pressure to get it necessarily, but eventually she's going to need that extra room Same with 7. 1 slot left for both carries. Whereas on Slurp Juice, they're free to build as they want. And despite the amount of deaths that are going in favor of Slurp Juice's team, you can just see Ricochet Tesla Bullets is so efficient for Wraith to just farm. And normally it doesn't happen this early in the game. Normally a lot of Wraith players get these 2 items at around 20 minutes and then scale as fast as they can for their 25-minute item spike. So we're gonna have to see how they manage this. Ice Path again from Kelvin. Mina using ult. Looks like they're trying their best to really initiate a team fight here, but it's kind of difficult at first. But now Lava Bolt's here, lands a really good Arctic Blast plus daggers. Counter spell coming through. Lands the ult on the Graves, and it's going to bounce to chase down the Graves and Dynamo towards the Unstable Rift. And Lava Bolt is doing some crazy damage. Get parried though, and Kelvin in the meantime is dropping incredibly low HP. Has to dome, but is the healing enough? It isn't. Lava Bolt extended, gets Peony. Ult comes through from Wraith, who's currently 1 HP, but does some incredibly good damage to Lava Bolt right now. Dropping pretty low, has to wait for cooldowns. Disengaging a little bit, Wraith getting chased now. The team's with her. Arctic Blast Burst though just comes through and nukes her. Dynamo ult a little bit too late. 7 here though, following up. Lava Bolt might go down, Counterspell comes through. Nothing left to deal with the 7 damage. Trying to just sustain it though. Look at the Radiant Legion, she's still alive. Mina following up, and 7's dead. Dude, what an incredible play from Slurp Juice. They managed to somehow walk away from this almost unscathed. I mean, Kelvin goes down. They do lose some resources on map, but Lava Bolt just kiting out insanely well. Just really making use of the shielding and healing. What a sick play. Holy cow, man. I feel like if I'm Vile in that situation on Wraith, I'm definitely feeling a bit demoralized after that.
Yeah, I feel like they could have definitely killed him there. They had 2 of the best CC ults to kill her, and they just let him go.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit out of position. I think Vile was really eager to get that kill, because I mean, if they kill Lava Bolt, the game surely is pretty close to 1. But a little bit too far
Calvin,
forward.
Though. Not that bad.
Calvin goes
Great to
down.
get Merc back here. Yep, gets Merc back. Uh-oh. Things might get dangerous in a second. They're gonna call mid. Problem is that they don't have a black hole, so not guaranteed exactly. Not guaranteed, but they do have Storm Cloud, guaranteed. They cannot CC him out of Storm Cloud. They have no way to stop him out of Storm Cloud.
I don't know if Slurp Juice is here in time. They're moving into position now, though. Lava Bolt is going to be the first one down. Doesn't have ultimate yet.
Yeah, all 3. I don't like this engage. I really don't.
Yeah, neither do I. Moenkill trying to get a pick on someone. I think he's
walking into a veil. Whoa, 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 whoa! Back up, gets up at the rim. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh no! They missed all the CC on Mina.
Can't land the ultimate with Celeste, but still has all of her abilities up and Refresher.
No.
Peony goes down. 2 regions down already for their team. Last one as well on the Wraith, and she's completely by herself. No one nearby, no ult. Dispel Magic used, trying to escape. Just can't though. Mina's close. Celeste still has so much sticking power, and she's gonna go down as well. Mina on 1 HP. Does die to 7 ball though. So much AoE damage. Does have counter spell
from that, so not that bad, honestly.
Yeah, it could be pretty good here.
Alive for that long though?
Trying to just peel. Trying to just peel so hard for Fat Cuck to escape, but just can't. Yeah, no, the Dynamo did a really good job with the teleport to try and help his teammate Beaver on the Dynamo. Really incredible use of utility, but it's just so hard to escape with Celeste. And you can try and hold this tower alone, but it's just looking more difficult to play this situation. That's going to be another walker down. It's all 3 walkers acquired for Slurp Juice's team. And now I think the best thing that they can do is just make sure that they don't give up any walkers, because we saw a few minutes ago, Wraith did pick up Merc Mag prior to the mid-boss fight. 7, I believe at this point too, should be slot locked. So unless they get walkers, they're going to have to start selling items and rebuying different things, but Yeah, they do have some items that they could get rid of, but it's going to be some of their more important items that are helping them stay alive. Spirit Shielding, quite important for both of very squishy carries that can get bursted by Celeste or Mina. So it's tough. Soul Lead is a little bit closer though.
Be careful when I'm aiming this.
And we're just seeing Wraith and 7 are just capable of farming super efficiently. 7 clearing some camps, but he's very close to Lava Bolt right now. Just dodges the Hyperline, doesn't get knocked. Not that many camps left available for them to farm. Wraith on one side of the map, 7 on the other. Just doing their best to try and keep their souls per minute up. Trying to avoid stagnating. Making sure they try and just keep accelerating, get their items. But Kelvin and Mo and Curl are actually doing a very good job supporting the team. Just constantly keeping the waves pushed up. Playing aggressive when they're needed.
My students think theoretical metaphysics have no practical application.
And even though it hasn't been mentioned quite a bit during the games, there has been a lot of pressure done by the Graves. A lot of duels helping just to assist side lanes. This is a coming factor during some of these team fights. Celeste playing very aggressive right now in a 1 versus 3 by the looks of it right now. With holding her own counter spell to avoid the stun, doing some very good AoE damage, but Dynamo and ult comes through, and now I think she's just gonna get bursted. A little bit of a heat check coming through on Lava Bolt, I think. Dude, that is gonna be very punishing. Down now for the next minute. Earn picked up by Fat Cuck. He's gonna probably run this.
That's for a disturbing long time. That is not good.
Yeah, and like I said before, I think giving up this Walker is gonna hurt them a lot because now immediately they're gonna disengage, and I think the enemy team is gonna just start buying to fill their inventory now. I don't really like this.
I'll dispatch them.
You do know where you're supposed to take me.
7 trying to catch the wave here to keep farming up. Dynamo coming as well, but Mina covering Ern's spot. Kind of hovering, maybe looking for a pick.
To murder. You may have made mistakes in the past, but everyone deserves.
She's gonna rotate toward mid to try and help Kelvin as he's getting ran down by Wraith and Graves, but just not there in time. Guardian finally goes down quite late, but eventually has to drop. Graves ult used. It's gonna be another Walker. I don't think Mina can solo hold this. Oh my, it's just such a huge wave. She uses the ult. Wraith isolated, but gets through the Veil. K used. A lot of damage, but doesn't have anything left. Mina doesn't have the consistent damage like Wraith. Has to play around her cooldowns. Just can't overextend and chase into that. Lava Bolt is back up now, though. Extended again to try and find something. Dynamo a little bit out of position. No one's close by. He's gonna have to try and stall for his team to come and help him. Which he does. Stomping just to try and peel. 7 is on the rift and might get pinched. Mina on the way. Lava Bolt dashing to get into range. Dazzling Trick's used. But the rift is secured because he walks out. A little bit of a mistake there potentially. P&E though is really out of
Lava Bolt goes in. They used them all. They have nothing to stop them. Oh, big ult. Plus the King CC. Plus dead. Uh-oh. Bad things are happening. Yeah.
That's looking really dangerous.
Yeah, the right team CC is coming in now. It's getting
And I
so
think-
much harder to win now.
That's the thing. I think even though we both, like, I was a pretty big fan of Arctic Blast, I think we're kind of seeing now maybe Unstoppable should have been the next priority because it's a very good item, Arctic Blast. It's helping her burst and secure these kills, but then she just gets CC nuked.
I'm not getting caught.
Kelvin's get blasted here.
Yeah, he healed through a O.
Yeah, return fire used, but it's not gonna help him in that situation. 45k souls Wraith. Spiritual Overflow, Merc Mag, Leech, Tesla Bullet, Surge of Power, like she's just huge. Vile is incredibly powerful right now, and all of a sudden now they're ahead on souls, all the walkers are going down. Mina has to try and escape this, which she does. Oh, but then mid-boss is gonna be spawning soon. Just when it looked like Slurp Juice was going to run away with this, I think the absence of a gun carry is really starting to be felt, and Wraith slams the unstop making herself a lot less vulnerable, and now they're gonna try and shred this. Full auto. It's just shredding it. 7 comes. Cards coming out.
GG.
Yeah, I think this is probably gonna be game pretty soon unless somehow they can make something happen. Getting some stacks though. One thing that you can definitely abuse on Celeste is using daggers on
overdrop. Oh,
a little bit of a late fight, but again, they just find a pick on Celeste with all the CC. No unstop. Lava Bolt just gets CC'd. No Reader even burnt on Grave. Falls low, but can't execute. I think if I'm in the situation of Lava Bolt, even though it's not the best option in a lot of these games to sell items, I really feel like the panic or pressure should start setting in maybe to look for Unstop, because I don't know how much money she has in the bank right now to buy. Mina has Cheat Death, very useful to stall. It's gonna help her if ever she gets picked in these fights, but how fast these shrines are getting nuked. Good chunk of damage on Wraith, 2,000, but Kelvin a little bit on his own right now near Patron. He's gonna get chased down and die.
Kill.
No one is stopping me from getting
Dr. Wolf trying their best to hold, trying to stall for the tune. Moan Krill up soon. Some really good burst damage on the Mina. Just uses bats to retreat. Wraith low. Moan Krill alive now. Mina has ult soon. Maybe burn some rejuves, maybe get some kills. Lava Bolt respawning. 7 ult used, but still, or not ult, stun. Spell magic cleanses that. Celeste's gonna engage. Doesn't have ultimate yet. Does get stunned off the power line though. 7's gonna try and get some damage on her. Wraith alone though, the entire blue team is not nearby. She's gonna try and just kite toward them. Insane Wraith damage. Oh my god, nearly just chunks.
Whoa.
And Moan Krill just gets caught off by himself. Patron does get dropped. Celeste uses ult on the 7. He's a little bit deep on his own on Patron. Curse comes through. From the Patron, Graves and 7 both gonna go down here most likely. Wraith ult used. On who though? On the Mina, who has Cheat Death, so she's gonna survive for now. Not used on Losbo, which might be a little bit of a misplay. It's so hard to play though with the AoE radius of 7 stun and no unstop afforded. Just can't buy it, and it looks like it's going to be game. And it's a clean 3-0 sweep from the Moneymaxxers, who are going to walk away with a flawless series performance.
And GG, that comes is your 4-4 Ham Goblin champion. GG. The Moneymaxxers take it home.
What a final game, dude. It was so close, but it's just the Wraith scaling. It's so hard to try and compete.
Lavo actually did more damage than Wraith. It's just that Wraith just eventually CC'd her to death.
Yeah.
Oh, it is what it is. Alright, let's do the winner review. Let's bring Fat Cuck in here. Where is Fat Cuck here? There we go. Hey, this is
Yo,
GG's.
Dude, we drafted what? Sorry, ask questions.
No, I was going to just say congratulations to you and your team. You guys played phenomenally. I think it was really tough toward the end of the tournament to really get a good draft going, but you guys clearly had a good strategy. And
yeah. We knew that he would pick Celeste last, so we saved the Wraith for the last and Dynamo.
Yeah,
we knew that we were gonna be literal victims to Celeste if we didn't have characters that could just only cuck her.
Oh, and it was a good call. Even Crayon made the read. He just knew that you guys were waiting for the Celeste pick to come through and had the picks for it.
Yeah. Because you guys saw, like, everyone on the team was victims to Celeste. Like, until we scaled, we just were like, just stay calm and scale. And we knew that if we picked Dynamo, like, they wouldn't have anything for mid other than Kelvin. But we also knew that we had 7 and Wraith with Ricochet. So, like, we just kind of forced them into a bad draft.
Yeah, and the thing too was that I feel like they were maybe considering holding Sinclair for one of the next games, but I feel like Sinclair into your guys' draft could have been a good answer, but it's so hard.
It is definite. Yeah, we were talking about, like, hopefully they don't have some hidden Sinclair god, because 7 Dynamo Wraith is super good, or Sinclair's really good against Wraith, really good into 7, really good into Dynamo.
Yeah. So honestly, I think it was I think a good call to hold off on it, especially if you don't have someone experienced with Sinclair. It can be hard to play.
Yeah.
So man, but you guys played it really well, and it's tough too because once you could just see the power shift as soon as you guys got the right items with Seven and Wraith, having no unstoppable for all the CC during that game. Once it's too late, you can't even get the souls back to then slot it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, do you have any kind of thoughts? Like, what was your guys' sort of energy going into the series? Because the first and second game, it kind of felt like Slurp Juice was drafting pretty conservative. They didn't have the strongest draft going into it, I feel like, and it seemed like they were maybe testing the waters. Did you guys feel confident in game 3 with the counter picks for Celeste, or did you still feel a bit nervous?
We were a bit nervous, but we know that we drafted I'm I'm stuttering. I'm just so excited, but
You're
we
good,
knew
man.
we knew to save Wraith for that last game because we knew that we just assumed that they were gonna pick more conservatively so that they had
Mhm.
something to like a Celeste that will run the lobby. Like we knew that like we gonna have to have some pick that we're and also why we drafted Seven and Wraith for that last round is we were thinking about it and we're like they have no M1 carry. They cannot if for all the other heroes that were picked, and that's why we banned Infernus that round too. There's 0 other M1
Mm.
carries to play, and we knew that there was gonna be no one else other than Lava Bolt to carry. And Celeste can carry, but when you're constantly getting solo Dynamo ulted or Wraith ulted, it's just really difficult.
And I don't think anyone plays Grey Talon, at least that were in the last two
No.
teams. So, because Grey Talon, I
Yeah.
feel like maybe could have been a decent answer, especially, Seven
Yeah.
ults, and then you just chase them into
It's
the air.
good
But
into Dynamo too, because you're always like in the air.
yeah, you have to get knocked down, but then there's counter spell, and then maybe you
Exactly.
get cursed, but then you have unstop. So it's just kind of rough to play into Grey Talon.
Yep.
But no, dude, you looked very comfortable, and you guys played very well. I feel like it was definitely well-deserved win because toward the mid-game, you kind of feel, I think, the pace where it could have gone either way. And
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
Lavabolt was doing his best to deny you guys. That last play around, I believe, 20-ish minutes,
When
where
we
he was
caught her
caught
on
up.
our lane.
Yeah, she was caught in the side lane 1 versus 3. I think it was a bit of a heat check, but in the same sense too, it's kind of his responsibility if he's fed to deny you
Play.
guys, especially when you have 2 gun carry
Yes.
scaling.
That's kind of the play that shifted the game because I knew that because we both knew that Lava Bolt can run down like easily 1v2, probably even 1v3, but we're like he's always playing up. We can just go on him and just burn every cooldown. And then that was enough to where we could just start taking everything. Like that was the play that I think shifted the game.
No, I definitely agree. I'm curious, do you guys have any questions for Fat Cuck and the team? I'm
Yeah,
wondering if we'd
happy
want to
to
maybe
answer
see if Lavabolt maybe wants to speak for his team, maybe see if there's anyone else who wants to chip in.
Yeah.
I think I will drag Lava Bolt in here now.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, kidnapped. Hello?
I
I was in the middle of like trying to give my team an inspiring speech. And I got kicked out.
Oh no! Here, keep it going. Hopefully they're tuned on the stream.
I'm just telling the lower elo players on my team to not feel bad. Like it's just a for fun tournament, and you guys can get better. Like
Dude,
Yeah.
I will
This was an
add
awesome tournament.
it was
Like I'm
pretty
happy.
fun, yeah.
I will add too, we've seen a lot of people who aren't as high rated during the tournament still pull their weight incredibly. And it's very easy to feel discouraged or maybe feel like you're at fault for the outcomes of certain matches, but it's easy to forget all the value you provide to your team. So keep your head up. Time allows you to just keep improving, keep learning. And I feel like a lot of the people who are new to the game still did an insanely good job. Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
I
you guys all
totally
deserve to feel
agree.
very good with how you guys played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was super fun. Like Fat Cuck, I've got a bone to pick with you now. Don't keep me on that. Like, don't do it tonight, Fat Cuck. I will
Hey,
pay you
GG
back
though.
for every frozen wave. 1 death for every wave frozen.
Hey, you were the one that started it with Holiday. I literally in DC, I'm like, he's freezing waves on Holiday. I'm never gonna be able
Yeah,
to do
but
it.
it's fun when I do.
Oh no.
All right, guys. For everyone that's here for the end of the interview, guys, everyone make sure to follow Hamgoblin Real at Twitch.tv, guys. Everyone make sure to follow Hamgoblin. W Hamgoblin in the chat. Everyone follow.
Yep, W
You're
Ham.
much
That
Thank
is
you
the
so
end
much
of the
for this tournament.
Hamgoblin Jam.
This was awesome.
I do have a question for both Fatcock and Lovebolt from somebody.
Mhm.
If you guys will be competing in more money matches in the future, and Ham
I
Jam
mean,
events.
hopefully.
I
would
mean,
be.
yeah,
I'd be.
I got a lot of time on my hands. Hopefully.
Yeah, I really love the Deadlock scene, and I love
Mhm.
participating in community
It's
events
really
like
fun.
this.
Hey, well, guys, if you guys want to help support and have more of these events, make sure to follow Ham Goblin Real on Twitch. Join the Discord. Shout out to all the teams for participating and for
Yeah,
the
for
people
sure.
who helped organize this. We definitely could get some more games going in the future, and cast some more of these. This was incredibly fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
One thing you guys could do is you could do like scrims every once in a while just for fun. Anyone who can join, that'd be cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if we get a schedule going, get some pickup games, we could even cast some of those just in between bigger tournaments and keep this going. This was really fun.
Yeah,
Like, in
this was a
between, you
super
could-
fun tournament. Like even if it was like, even though Hidden King was so OP, like it was, I think the unbalancedness of it was really fun. Like even
Yeah.
though there's some parts of it where it's like, yeah, it was just a super fun tournament though.
Mhm.
I enjoyed
Listen,
it.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah.
All right, any closing thoughts from anyone before we wrap things up for today?
I do want to give big thanks to Guy with Mustache and Delay for doing the observer work, camera work, and for helping
For real.
organize this entire tournament. I would not have been able to do any of this without them. Same with DRX. He did some of the back end stuff too. And I'm very thankful for you guys. Very thankful to you, V, for doing a lot of the heavy weight pulling for casting. Because I'm very inexperienced with this, and I do hope to improve.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for that.
All right. Well, thank you guys, everyone, for watching. We're going to wrap up things. And be sure to follow and shout out to everyone who helped contribute. And if you want to support me casting Game of the Future, feel free to follow me on Twitch as well. It was really nice of you guys to give me some support during some of the games. I saw people on chat. So, it meant a lot.
Hey, yeah, thanks again. This was
All right,
awesome.
thank you for having me. Thank you, Hamgoblin. W Hamgoblin in the chat.
Thank you, Crayon, for attending again.
All right, bye everyone.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Have a
Cheers.
good one.
Yeah, have a good one.
And we can end stream.